What is happening, YouTube? Welcome to the channel again. Welcome to Horizon Zero Dawn. Here we go. Main quest time. So thank you for all the support so far. Thank you for all the people who have interacted with the videos. Thank you to everyone who has taken the time to comment. I got my first comment, yay! I've now had over 150 views on my videos, so I'm well chuffed, very happy with how things are going. So we are going to push on.
The world beyond the sacred land. I need to find Olin and learn everything he knows. Who the killers were, how they saw me through his focus, who the woman is, one who looks like me, why they want me dead.
That sounds like a busy day. It really does.
When I catch him, he will talk. And he will pay for all the lives he's ruined.
So yeah, as I was saying, thanks for all the support on the channel. Thanks for everyone who's taken the time to comment. Thank you for interacting with me, for letting me know what you like, what you don't like, what's good, what's bad. We're pushing on with the main quest today. There will be no side quests. I may pick up side quests, but I won't be doing them on camera. I've decided that it makes much more sense and is much more exciting for you guys to watch the story content. So that's what we're going to be doing today. I'll also be doing cauldrons off camera. I just think that for what the series is and for what I want to achieve in terms of getting this story finished before Forbidden West comes out. We're now into February, we're on the 2nd of February today, and Forbidden West comes out on the 18th. So we're just over 2 weeks away from that coming out, so I really do want to get through the story. Anything else that I want to do, I can do off camera in my own time. But when I'm doing the videos for the channel, I just think it makes much more sense to do main story quests. So that's where we're going today. Heading for Meridian, for the big city. You can see the difference in the landscape here. We're moving away from the sort of Arctic forest type mountain rocky region to what is very much a sort of desert plains, kind of a western, Wild West American desert canyon. We have a new machine type. That is a trampler. It is a large machine type. It's a very... You'll see the size. The scale maybe isn't doing it justice here, but you will see that the size of these things is big unit. As well as the horns that it has, it also has the ability to use explosive fire attacks. You'll see why it's called the trampler. It will try and run over you. If it can't run over you, it will run around you, drop in fire bombs, and just basically smash you into submission. The excavation horns, basically it does like a bull charge type attack. Power cells, if you can hit them, because they are a big unit, so you're probably going to want to try and approach this from above, hit it with some shock arrows. Processing unit underneath, that's quite tough to do damage to because you don't get a lot of time in a sort of lateral position. It will turn on you quite quickly. Medium machine cores, luminous braiding, that is very rare, very difficult to get if that's what you're trying to get to trade with the merchants, and it's required for some of the sort of very rare, the purple tier, so that can be a bit of a pain in the backside to get. But that's one new machine type. There is another one along here. This always seems to spawn in the same place, and it's also the most inconvenient place for it to spawn. Do a quick save here at the first campfire and the car just lands. You might hear wings beating. There we are. See if I can get it. No. It's wanting me to get closer. I really don't want to get too much closer to it because it can do a lot of damage very quickly. This is a stormbird, so this I think is the first flying one we've come across. There is actually an easier one back in Nora lands. I may do a quick YouTube short when I come across that, because it's in an area that I'm not really going to go through until the end of the game to do the frozen wilds. So the Stormbird is actually the harder of the two flying types that I've ever found in the game. I think there's more, but certainly in terms of what I've seen from my playthroughs, the Stormbird is large, very aggressive. It's got a lot of attacks. It can do a lot of damage in a short amount of time. The body resists shock damage, so you're not stunning it to bring it down anytime soon. It's got a blaze canister mounted on its back. Good luck hitting that. The engines are pretty much one of the few targets you can hit. It will stop its boost dive attack, so it like a sort of hawk, it will hover above you and then engage those engines and fly down and just smash into you. It's a very, very damaging attack. Got a freeze canister. That is actually easier to hit because unlike the blaze canister, which is up on the back just where the tail joins the body, the freeze canister is tucked just where the wing connects to the main body, to its thorax. So you can hit that much easier, especially if you've got the concentration. And the lightning gun does ranged shock attacks. It's also fairly easy to hit. Weak against tear, so you can rip that off its chest quite quickly if you've got tear blast arrows, which luckily I do. Again, crystal braiding, that is a very rare component to get. You're more likely to get the Stormbird heart or the large machine core than you are the crystal braiding. So considering how rare these are to find and how difficult they are to fight, it can be a pain in the backside if you're trying to get a specific piece of gear and you need crystal braiding from a Stormbird for that. But that's two of the new machine types. Trying to figure out if there's anything I want from this guy. Probably it'd be ideal if I could get the Karja Blazon armor, because it's a dedicated fire protection gear. I'm just going to equip it for because it's there, basically. And we'll quickly nip in and customize it. No, we won't, because it doesn't have any customization slots. Oh well. But yeah, because the Karjalans are hot, you can see that in their armor. It's very minimalist. Still very protective though, and it is very good against storm damage, as I say. Sorry, against fire damage, as I say. So unsurprisingly, we're going to be doing our best to avoid these guys just now. There is 0 point in trying to kill them at the moment. There are a couple of abilities that would make it easier. I do have, and maybe I should show you that actually. I've done a bit of side questing off camera. I've made sure to come back to where the next level of, where the main quest basically kicked off. It was the Day Tower. If you remember, we touched on that before we finished the last episode. We went and did that quick side quest, but before that, the commander had told us that he would tell us how to get to Meridian. Completed that side quest, and so we pick up from exactly the same place from the Day Tower, heading into Meridian. Just going to follow this road all the way through here. You'll see on the map that there are things called metal flowers, ancient vessels. I bought the treasure maps for them so that I could collect them in my own time. We can filter out anything that we don't want to see, so I can just turn off the collectibles, turn off the ruins, and the map's less cluttered, much cleaner. Stormbird there, Lancehorns or Grazers, one of the two. So yeah, let's push on and head towards Meridian. quickly show you, we do have a Shadow Hunter bow with a new arrow type. If I go to ammunition, we have hardpoint arrows, which is medium impact damage, high tear damage, and as it says there, useful for fighting chunkier enemies. So it makes much more sense to fire those arrows at big guys like that than it does to fire the small arrows that we've had since the beginning of the game. So you can see that we're starting to really upgrade our arsenal. I want to try and get more upgrades as I get closer to Meridian. We've got Lone Light here, which is, I believe, a Karja fort. There's a lot of the basically like the Nora settlements. There are a lot of Karja forts up and down the Sundom, these lands here. Just to give you a bit of perspective, I have seen sort of this section of the map here, including Meridian. So if you were to cut a line from roughly where I am across here, round and down, that's as much of the map as I've seen, including this part of the Nora's lands. I haven't been up here at all, so I've no idea what's waiting for me. So when we get into that territory, it'll literally be new territory for me. Haha, ho. Still picking off the wildlife, still keeping trying to keep the unlocking the new upgrades for carrying. You can see here we've got the resources satchels, resources, modifications, hunter bow, traps pouch, potions pouch. They're all finished. Can't upgrade them anymore. Sharp shot bow quiver we could upgrade, and the trip caster. But what's been hurting me is they're costing shards now. The tall neck in the distance there, and I really fancy getting his map data because he'll unlock a large chunk of the map. But you know what? I am heard. Yeah, I am gonna just. Am I gonna push on? Right. You know what? I've made my mind up. I'm not gonna just push on. I'm gonna head towards him. Changed my mind. I know I said I was gonna push on. I wasn't gonna do side quests, but it's a bit like trying to do Assassin's Creed without revealing the map with a viewpoint. Or likewise Far Cry, or any of the other games that employ that kind of technique.
My focus is receiving another signal.
Yeah, it's receiving that there.
That must be the tall neck sending the signal.
It is indeed. So we've got snap moths. If you remember, they're the crocodile type that we found in the last episode. There he's there. There's also a bird type flying about, so you're actually going to get an introduction to glinthawks. So called because they use ice. They use dive bomb attacks where they drop ice bombs and a kind of carpet bombing technique, and they can also swoop on you as well. They're not the toughest machines to fight. They're very weak to fire. If you hit them with enough fire damage until they're in the burning status, they'll fall to the ground and you can get them with a critical hit. Still doing the stealth kills, still taking the machines out any way I can.
What signal is setting off my focus?
Snap moths are such a pain to fight, but the more I thin out of this area, so you know what we're going to do. The tactics haven't changed. This area isn't that different. We'll just switch him off and switch him off as well. And then we are going to
I have to climb up
Whoa! Wasn't expecting that. Forgot about that dive attack. Oh wow. Yeah, that wasn't fun. I'd forgotten how agile they were. Yeah, that was a lot harder than I expected it to be. Yeah, that could have went very, very bad. Very, very bad. Very, very quickly. We've hit one. I want him to run towards me, but I don't at the same time. I don't want him to do that. Yes. That's what I wanted. The fire damage is going to get me too. There we go. Deep breath. Release the tension. That was tough. Yeah, that was a tough fight. You can see why elemental damage matters as well. The two explosions that are triggered there really, really hurt him. See the glint hawk up there kind of saw me. Glint hawks, as you can see, body weak against fire, weak against tear. Free sack, which stops it from doing its freeze attack. If you want to bring a glint hawk down, it's flame arrows and hit it as hard as you can in the sort of chest. Now that we've thinned out the crocs in the water, we can try to find a good place to climb up on the tall neck. And just as I say that, another croc comes to get in the water. And a crouch as soon as we get out of the water here and get into cover. So, tall neck's there. What am I doing? Dodged much too soon there.
I think I can leap onto the top.
Oh. Wow. Yeah. I should be able to get onto his back here. He's on his way round. Oh. In the meantime, you can enjoy some of the landscape. The sun blazing through there. Karja is a sun worshipping tribe. That's what they call the Karja call the spire there. A monument designed to reflect the sun.
They weren't looking for me.
Yeah. The Karja are a sun worshipping tribe, and very much in the sort of Aztec vein. You can tell that by most of their outfits, like Nils that we went into the bandit camps with. Nils is the word I'm looking for here. Nils is a Karja, and his outfit has the sort of feathered headdress and the very fancy interlocking plates. The Karja here all wear the same. Here we go.
Made it.
Up the tall neck we go. This looks difficult, and I have fallen off one before because I wasn't taking my time, but generally Aloy does everything automatically for you there. Here we get some fresh map data. Bashing a glint hawk for no reason. So there's a few snap moths here. Ideally, one blaze canister, two blaze canisters. Oh dear. That'll do. Oofed.
Definitely not scrap.
That went a little bit easier. Again, it's learn your opponent's weaknesses. I've said it quite a few times, that's not going to go away. Got to figure out what they're weak against. If they've got canisters, shoot the canisters before you do anything else. Especially if you can catch a few enemies in the blast. That will help you so much. Got all this lovely loot we've got lying around. Try and pick up as much of this as you can. If you want to use elemental weapons, you need the elements to make the elemental weapons.
Nice.
You need your chill water, you need your sparkers, you need your blaze canisters, you need your echo shells, which are the things that allow me to do the tear blast arrow attacks. Just make sure that you're stocking up on everything you possibly can. Medical herbs now that I've managed to almost run down my supply. So glad that I got the skill to double the herb pouch. We've got broadheads here. Not the biggest challenge on the planet. I think there's one up here. In the grass, which is handy. That's where I'm going. Into the grass like that. Shut them down. We'll hack this one for a laugh, as I'll show you that. As well as chargers. Broadheads are mountable as steeds. Here we go. Fastest way to the Carja Sundom is on horseback. Bandit camp to the left there, I'll do that off camera. Yeah, I think you've already seen me do one. There's Nils there waiting for me to actually do the quest. There's a campfire. And here's your first look at Meridian in the distance there, in the stuff to the left of the screen now. Built high on a big piece of land. That's a Thunderjaw. I forgot about that. So Thunderjaws are this game's alpha predator. A Thunderjaw is basically a T-Rex. It's armed with various cannons, lasers, scanning devices. It's big, it can take a massive chunk out of you in a very short space of time. It can basically blast your health away. Yeah, it's just no fun at all. It'd been funny if it had knocked that guy over. It would have and it wouldn't have. I don't want to fall out with a Karja. But it would have been quite funny. I don't think you can turn different tribes hostile, by the way. There's no point in trying. This isn't a you can make friends or you can't make friends with them. These tribes are just part of Aloy's story. It's the fact that she has, as a Nora, left the lands, first seeker in a long time. She's experiencing the life outside the sacred land for the first time. So she was raised in the embrace, in the wilds. She has left that into the true wilds, in the sacred lands, and now she's getting to see the world. There's a better look at Meridian. Again, the spire, the sun spire, the holy site, city, built on different levels. You can see the elevators going up and down on the left hand side of the screen there. That's cool. The Karja have mastered basic technology in the sense that they have working lifts and they use water power to turn wheels and stuff.
Still a savage.
Out there, the Karja's farmlands, overlooked by the city. While I'm in the Karja's lands, I tend to wear the Karja clothing. I like the Karja's outfits. They're colourful, they're bright, they look cool. But I'm still very much a, you know,
Shadow, go ahead and kill the captain of the Vanguard anyway.
You've got to learn
Sorry for the wait,
to
but
change
all goods
outfits.
entering the city are subject to search.
They killed Captain
This
Ursa
is
at the
outrageous. We're loyal citizens. How long do we have to wait?
What am I supposed to do? Just sit here and let everything spoil?
I thought Meridian was open to all Karja.
So the city's on
What
lockdown.
happened to Ursa has nothing to do with us.
Few more. More weapons have become available to me now. Got the sharp shot bow there, so I really want the sharp shot bow. And I'll tell you why. There's also the war bow. Shadow Rattler. Ropecaster. I don't think I've used a ropecaster yet because I've not fought anything big enough. But if I'm going to bring down a trampler and get some of the other gear that I'll want, then I'm going to have to learn how to use I'm going to have to learn how to use this. So we will buy that. Outfits. That's what we're wearing just now. Could go up to the medium silks. That's my favourite outfit. It's the one that I've been wearing the most in all my playthroughs. It only protects against fire damage, so you still have to switch out to something else. The Osram Arrow Breaker is a very, very good set when you're fighting human enemies because it protects against projectiles. But there is a... I'm surprised it's not here actually. Nora Survivor. Yeah, the heavy Nora Protector gear protects against melee attacks as well. So most machine enemies are going to melee you. So that's why I wear that more than anything else. But we've got a long way to go before we get these outfits. I'll show you how to use the rope caster. We'll go after a trampler. In fact, what I'm thinking of doing is making a short series,
Somewhere.
just YouTube shorts, just showing me doing small 3-minute
Said he'd
segments.
introduce me to his sister if I visited Meridian. Said she was captain of the Vanguard.
Yeah, what I might do is do a series of YouTube shorts where I go after specific machines, and you can see why technique of hunting different machines requires sort of different, change the outfit, make sure you've got the right weapons equipped, because you have to change them. Here's another view out across the Carja's lands. Absolutely stunning. On the other side, that is the palace. That's where the Sun Kings stay, I'm sure. Offset so that it can be protected. Guard towers. Some view, an approaching army. Good luck fighting that. Here's one of the lifts. And as we wind our way closer in to the plateau where they've built most of the city. Stunning job. Yeah, that is the palace there. That's Sun King Avad's palace. Killed his dad, Sun King Jiran, who was the Mad Sun King, and took over and brought peace. So onward to more story content.
Stop right there. In light of the recent attack, no stranger passes into Meridian without submitting to search.
Recent attack? What are you talking about?
The murder of Captain Ursa and her vanguards, of course. Ambushed by Shadow Carja forces in Red Ridge Pass.
Ursa? You mean Aaron's sister is dead?
How would you know his name?
I know Aaron. Summon him. I need to speak to him.
Ha! I doubt that Aaron, the new captain of the Vanguard, a man in grief, is going to waste his time on a grimy outlander.
Aloy, hey, you're alive. I thought you were dead. Make way, make way.
All the way to Meridian just to see me?
Have you been drinking?
Not really. A little. So you're alive. This we should celebrate. The drink's on me.
We need to talk alone, and you need to pull it together.
Over there.
So you approve?
Of course I approve. From now on, she may come and go from this city as she pleases.
I like it.
As you wish, sir.
There. Alone as you asked. And what did you want to tell me?
I heard what happened to Ursa. I'm sorry. I know she was special to you.
Special to me? Special to everyone. She always knew what to do. She bossed everyone around. She kept me in line. Now I'm supposed to fill her shoes. And instead, here I am, stumbling around in them.
I lost someone too. At the Proving, the man who raised me. His name was Rost.
That's terrible. But why is it every time something terrible happens, everyone else tells you the worst thing that ever happened to them, as though that makes it easier?
Yeah, why is that?
Anyway, there was something you wanted to tell me?
A lot has happened since we last spoke. The Proving was attacked by a group of killers. Not many of us survived.
We were in the village when we heard explosions up on the mountain. Some of your braves came back, said most of the contestants were dead. I've never heard such a wail of grief as the sound that rose up from your people. How did you survive?
How I survived is less important than how I was targeted.
Targeted? What do you mean?
Here we go.
The killers came for me because of Olin.
What are you talking about? That doesn't make sense.
I need to find Olin. I need to know what he knows.
But he's a friend.
No, he's a traitor. I don't know who the killers are or what they want, but I do know that Olin is working with them.
But, I mean, this...
I don't need you to understand, Erend. I just need you to take me to him.
He's not here. He went scrounging for scrap and relics days ago. It could be anywhere.
Convenient that.
Are there any places he frequents, places he returns to?
A house. Here in Meridian.
Okay, then take me there. I need to search it.
I guess. As long as I'm there to witness the search.
I need to see Olin's place. Now.
Okay. Come on.
Very stern. But then you would be if your tribe had been attacked.
So many people here, all talking at once. How does anyone think?
I don't. I just drink.
That girl. Is she a Nora? Apparently they're letting anyone into the city these days.
To stock up before you're on the road.
What impresses me, and I know it shouldn't, but none of this bothers Aloy. She doesn't care what other people think about her because she grew up an outcast. So other people's opinion means nothing.
Vengeance for Ursa. How long will Avad hide in his palace? Year after year, why does he spare those who enslaved and tortured and butchered? Erend, you should want vengeance more than anyone. Your own sister, murdered. And her death, unavenged?
One more word, you scorched out slag, and I'll throw you in jail myself! Now get out of here, or I'll give you all a kick in the ass!
You can hear the grit in his voice there.
What do you mean about Ursa's murder?
Not now.
One thing I'm going to be doing off camera as well is there are special merchants here in Meridian that will buy sets, complete sets of metal flowers, the ancient vessels, the coffee mugs, from you for premium prices. That's how you build up.
Oh.
Charge quickly.
That was subtle.
Here we are. Try not to break anything. Other than the door.
All of this for one man.
It pays to have connections in the Sun King's court.
So we've got...
Let's see what's underneath.
Nice of it to roll his furniture up
How did that
immediately.
get here?
Question is, how to get through it.
Without a key, you won't. That's a vault hatch of Azeram make. Nothing gets through.
We'll see about that.
There is a way in though. I just need to remember what it is.
Call it a day, girl. Wasting time.
No, you just think I'm wasting time. Picture of his family.
It looks like a picture of Olin's family. A lot of metal here. Could be just what I need. Looks big and heavy. Let's give it a little push.
Think about how heavy that is.
I did say not to break anything, didn't I?
No, we won't be dropping straight down there. Down we go. Into Olin's secret basement. book.
Looks like Olin kept a journal.
Olin? I knew he could read contracts, but I never took him for a poet.
No doubt now. Olin knew I was targeted.
Oh.
The map. The glyphs show places he visited.
Serve and they live. Disobey, and I will open their throats and leave their corpses to prune in the sun.
They took his wife and child captive.
They? Who's they?
The killers. They told him to obey or they'd kill his family.
Yeah, that's all the proof we're gonna find.
There's your proof. Read the last page. He writes about meeting me and the order to kill me.
He called himself a friend. That backstabbing cheat. How did you learn to read glyphs? And these things that you see, how do you do it?
The focus. It reveals the unseen.
And Olin's focus, it's the same?
The device is the same, but somehow Olin and the killers can speak to each other with their focuses over distances, and see through each other's focuses too, like looking through each other's eyes.
So that's how the killers saw you? Through Olin?
Yes, so far as I can tell. Now that I know where to find Olin, I should be on my way.
All by yourself?
Leave it to me. I'm faster on my own.
Wait. If that device lets you see the unseen...
Out of the way, errand.
I'm asking you to help me, Aloy. I need to know who killed Ursa. Not just the Shadow Karja army, I know that, but the exact soldiers who did it.
I'm sorry about your sister, but that's your war, not mine.
Don't act like this isn't personal. You came here hunting the people who nearly killed you, who massacred your people. Why should you have justice and not me?
Look, I'll head for Red Ridge Pass, where Ursa's body was found, and wait for you there. A few minutes of your focus is all I need. Don't make me beg.
Red Ridge Pass, you said? I'll see what I can do.
So, gonna jump in here. Fields of the Fallen becomes a main quest, but I want to finish off the City of the Sun quest first before I start doing anything crazy. Like heading off to do other crazy quests. What I'm gonna do just now is upgrade the ropecaster pouch now that I've seen it, and I'm gonna push on and finish the City of the Sun part of this quest in this episode, and then we will pick up Erin's story in the next episode. And hopefully Olin's... Sorry, not Olin's. Hopefully on the way to finding Olin, I will be able to take out a trampler or a large creature using the ropecaster, and you'll get to see that. If not, like I say, I'm going to be doing some shorts. I'll be filming them today, and we'll see how quickly we can get them uploaded. You see the lifts there.
That must be the spire. It's huge.
Amazing view, by the way. The vistas in this game are absolutely incredible. If you can't tell, I have been playing around with the graphics again. This is taking me around in a circle, why? Frustrating. Very frustrating.
Everyone's lost a cousin or a friend in the machine.
Yeah, I've been messing around with the graphics again, and what I've been able to do is get my computer to not crap out and lose frames while I'm recording, which is awesome. It means that I can play it with some nice looking textures, with some nice looking draw distance. There's like the occasional bit of screen tearing, but it's very occasional. It's nothing that I'm going to stress about. I've played worse, trust me. Ooh. Beautiful starlit sky. I'd love to be under a sky like that at night. So we are going to push on and get our revenge. We've got enough good gear at the moment to do that, especially since we upgraded to the shadow bow, the shadow hunter bow. That's been the mainstay of my arsenal, so upgrading that first. Whatever is your best weapon, whatever you use the most and you're finding success with, make sure that is what you upgrade first before you upgrade anything else. So when you're buying the tiers of weapon, for me it's this, the hunter bow, which started off with just the small arrows, then came with the blaze arrows, and then the hardpoint arrows. You get that first. That's like, for me, it's get that first. For you, you might like to sit back and fire, pick off as many targets in the distance as you can. So the sharp shot bow here, that might be your go-to. You might prefer to lob bombs into the combat, you know, upgrade your sling. Got the blast bombs, got the sling, we've got the war bow here is another one that I haven't really shown you much of yet. It's going to get some use, but the war bow is a low damage weapon that fires elemental arrows. So you can see there we've got shock arrows, freeze arrows, and on the very rare tier we get the corruption arrows, and that makes it worth getting for fighting groups. You can quickly corrupt a machine and it will just attack everything, including you if you're not far enough away. You know, it will aggro on you, so if you're, you know, make sure you're putting a small bit of distance between you and the machine you're trying to corrupt, and then it'll turn on its friends. And if you get the right machine, so for example, earlier on today when I was doing some side questing, there was a... Is my mount still mine? No, okay. Earlier on when I was side questing, there was a herd of broadheads.
I'll tuck that away.
With 2 fire bellowbacks. So if I'd hit the larger enemy, the bellowback, then that could have decimated everything in that area. Especially if I then went on and corrupted the second bellowback. So getting rid of the big machine in the area is always worth it. Love all this stuff. Again, cut cliffs, settlement, side quests. You'll see these exclamation marks. I'm not going near them.
Frivolous, isn't it?
Push on through. Head for the next main section. I'll side quest in my own time. Another thing that I'm looking forward to doing is some more hunter trials, but I do need to get... Actually, I've got abilities. I was going to say I do need to get double shot, and look, there's double shot available. As it says in the window, double shot lets you notch an additional arrow. Double shot, double the damage. If one arrow does 27 damage, 2 arrows do 54. And you can chunk health off the enemies really quickly with that. I've been waiting to get that to do trials, but also because if I'm fighting large enemies, like the Trampler or a Bellowback, or God forbid the Thunderjaw, haha, no. Oh, what have we got going on down there? We've got a long leg fighting some Karja.
Look out below!
I could help them out. There we go. That's worth it just to loot that and get the echo shells, because it's one of the few enemies in the game that will consistently drop echo shell. I think I might actually have got...
for the Sundom.
Yeah, we've got a stealth weave there. Machine scavenger box. Echo shells! Yes! I want echo shells. There's some long legs up there as well. Get back on the path though and head to our next section. Loot the machine on the way though, because we do need to make sure we stay on top of shards. For crafting ammo, amongst other things. You'll have seen when I was at some of the merchants in Meridian, or approaching Meridian, that the better gear costs over 1,000, or around about 1,000 shards. You just have to be willing to pay that, sadly. Ah, okay. Got 4. What we'll do is we shall set up some traps in this area. That should do it. Just so they can't approach me without coming through these traps, and then what we'll do is hit blaze canister.
Got their attention.
And he should go, but nope. I must have missed it after all. Well, he's on fire now. So that's frost damage, so we're quickly going to pop in here and find the Ice Hunter gear. Actually, have I got medium Ice Hunter gear? No, Sickness Eater gear I've got, so that's fine. Pop the Ice Hunter gear on. As you can see, that's why we trapped the area. What we can also do is quickly pop a resist ice potion. That's what was wrong. He had armor on his. On his blaze canisters, that's why they weren't exploding. They'll explode now though. Nice. Two arrows. Oh, I managed to hit the freeze sack underneath him. Nice. I did freeze damage to his mates here. If you manage to freeze a machine,
that'll help.
Hopefully that's went straight into that. There we go. Do we take much less damage if we actually have the right elemental resistance on? Not able to do that much to me. They will if they melee me. In fact, they'll annihilate me if they melee me. Here we go. Another one bites the dust. You see the lingering cold damage there. Knock some components off him. Whoa! See what I mean? Close the distance. There we go. That wasn't as much of a shit show as the first one. Lots to pick up, lots to salvage. Some rare salvage as well, some very rare salvage also. Pick up all the chill water I can carry. That'll help me make ice parts. Ice arrows even. Getting my basic English. Luminous Braden, nice! So that'll help me get one of the cool outfits or weapons. There is a tier above. Very rare tier, I believe. I've never seen it because I've never been further than this and Olin's quest. This seems to be where my playthrough's go to die purely because of the sheer amount of side quests there is in this area. There's a massive amount of side quests. This is really where the game starts to pick up and say to you, hey, better start taking this seriously, because if you don't, then this is gonna hurt. Pushing on down the main path, I'm obviously stepping off just to collect some herbs. I need to make sure I stay on top of potions. In particular, I need to stay on top of resist potions.
Looks good.
Corruption blaze root, there's quite a lot of that going here. And a quick save, here we go. For you. Long leg, okay, fair dues. Let's remind ourselves. The long leg in the machine catalogue, there we go. Concussion sac, antenna, tear, shock and tear on the back, and everything on the wings. Right, okay. Let's change. Yeah, let's change our rope caster out just now to our. Where's my warbow? The reason for that is I have shock arrows on the warbow, which I can use if he faces the right way to hit.
Keep quiet now.
Well, that wasn't what I meant to do. Sneak into this grass here. All I wanted to do was hit that, like that. And if you watch, you get shock. And then, critical hit, heavy attack, couple of quick attacks, and we take out a long leg. Haha, amazing. Oh, I've never done that ever. That's the easiest I've ever found a long neck. Long neck, long leg. Long neck's a dinosaur film, David. You can see the moonlight as the moon descends. The light fading behind the distant horizon, and somewhere the sun is rising, bringing with it daylight. And he's going to be upset that his mate's down. I think I got it. Yeah, I did. Here he goes. Critical hit. Nice. Love it. Love it. And we need to cross the river now. So you maybe noticed there, maybe you didn't. The long legs attack, the jumping attack that they do, is dangerous if you're standing right at the end of it. But if it starts it and you're moving towards it, you can get underneath the apex. You can roll pretty safely underneath the apex, and it lands on the other side here. And if you're quick enough on your trigger finger and your concentration, you can hit it with
soon enough.
the electric arrow and then just back off to a safe distance. And boom, he's gone. Now, you'll see that says these are hostile humans. We've only faced hostile humans so far in bandit camps. They're going to become more frequent here as the main story progresses. They're not difficult to deal with. Humans are pretty squishy. See, he's down already. And so's his mate. The only thing they really have for them is their AI is really good, and they will first drop off and summon reinforcements, light any warning fires, and then, you know, you'll get swarmed by... Pardon me again, I do apologise for that. You get swarmed by melee attackers, while ranged attackers pick you off from a distance, and then you will have...
Never know when I might need these.
A lot of trouble getting clear and hiding again. And this is the game's way of telling you, you know, the amount... I've just found 5 lots of that red herb, and I'm getting quite a lot out of each of them. That is the game's way of telling you that there is something big coming up here. So welcome to the next story beat. Might notice a little bit of screen tearing here because of what the game's trying to load in. Again. Here we go. Shut up and let the scene talk for itself.
This is what you intend. To bring these ancient things back to life.
Their power serves us.
Machine demons from beneath the ground. It's a nightmare.
Nightmares. Yes, the worst dreams of our enemies come true. Yes, rise!
For catching him alone.
These things will destroy us all!
They will only destroy our enemies and bring us back the lands that were taken.
My focus. Stop working.
Search the area. We may have intruders.
Forgive this intrusion, Aloy. You left me no choice.
Who is this?
An interested party. Now their focuses are disabled, but I don't know for how long. The rest is up to you.
Who is this?
I don't know who that is, but I've never ever been far enough to unlock that, sadly. Hopefully we'll find out together. So the first thing I want to do is change my outfit back to something that's got a bit heavier armour. In fact, no I don't, because I've just remembered I'm fighting something that does corruption. So we'll have the Sickness Eater. And then, weapons wise, I think I'm good with what I've got. Yeah, I've got a lot of elemental damage. So, humans first. 1, 2. Oh, didn't mean to mark him. Wanted to mark the human. There we are. Got everyone here we have. So there are 2 machines. Do not want to drop down and engage them at their level. You just don't. No way. If you do, you're dead. Even on story mode, it's very easy to die to a corruptor, as Aloy calls them. Or some kind of advanced combat machine that's able to take control of other machines in the area. Aloy calls it corruption. It's just reprogramming. I think it's just acknowledged that that's a command machine, some kind of control unit. I'm gonna go across here, take this guy out quietly.
Something up there? Come out wherever you are.
Nora girl lives.
Kill her!
No, you had your chance.
Seem to be off quite a lot with these shots. That sucks. Because an accurate headshot, like you can see, can drop them in one go. There's another one down. Pick off as many as I can from up here. I know that might seem unfair, but I don't care. Got him. And Olin's helping me out as well. We'll help Olin out. And now we've got these things to fight. Yes. We're gonna try and overheat him. Oof. We're gonna drink that as well to make sure that its corruption can't kill me. Trying to get those guns off him. I got it, yes. Metal burn, that'll do. Whoops. I'm not getting to do any damage to this guy now. Oh, of course. There we go. Where is that guy firing the arrows from? Right, okay. To delay that roll as much as possible there. Give me enough time to... See how hard a fight these things are. There isn't really anything in particular that they're weak against apart from fire. Olin is stunned. Oh, got some luminous braiding from that one though. Hey! So, double up on the arrows, double up on the damage. Oh! Timed that roll well. Nice. That was a tough one. Yeah, that's probably the hardest fight I've had so far. And very lucky I didn't die.
I promise. I'll tell you everything.
I know you will. The killers who came for me at the Proving, who are they?
The Eclipse. Some kind of holy warriors. A cult of the Shadow Carja.
Shadow Carja?
Except they're not like any Carja I've known. They don't pray to the sun. They worship some kind of devil.
I'm not interested in their superstitions.
Oh, it's not a superstition. Their devil is real. It has a name, a voice, the most terrible voice, and they do its bidding.
You say this devil the Eclipse worship has a name?
Hades. That's what they call it.
Hades. And you've heard it speak?
Steel to my soul. I heard. Just once, when it saw you. Such a voice. A cold, awful jangle. It scrapes your bones. It hollows your guts. A metal sound, but like nothing dug from the earth or smelted in a forge.
And what did it say?
System threat detected. Just 3 words. But in the voice of a devil.
What are these Eclipse cultists after, besides me?
They never said. But given the Carja civil war, they must want to overthrow Sun King Avad and take Meridian back.
What do I have to do with that?
I don't know.
When they attacked the Proving, a man came for me. Tall, strong, dead eyes.
Helis.
And who is he?
The terror of the sun. Stacker of corpses, we Oseram called him, when he was the Mad Sun King's champion. If only he'd died with his king. But now he leads the Eclipse. I tell you, he's the most dangerous man alive.
How did the Eclipse recruit you? I know they took your family hostage, but why you?
I was a scrounger, a rummager in dark places, good at what I do. I suppose they knew I would serve them well as a scout. I had taken a delve near Maker's End. When I surfaced, they were waiting. I laughed when I saw the priest, but then he showed me Helis's encouragement. I didn't laugh after that. They gave me a focus to watch my every move. I followed orders.
You had access to Meridian. Why didn't they get to Avad through you?
Too much dirt under my nails for an audience with the one true Sun King. But whatever Ursa or Aaron told me, the Eclipse heard every word through my focus. That's why I couldn't warn you. If I'd tried, they would have killed my family.
Why are the Eclipse digging up ancient machines? And how do they get them to work?
I thought they wanted them for scrap, but they brought them back to life. Plugged some kind of device into the corpses so that Hades could whisper to them and call them from their grave.
I've fought that kind of machine before. Are there others?
Yes, the ones you fought today they called corruptors, but there are others, much bigger, bristling with ancient weapons. Those they call Deathbringers. I've only seen them buried in the ground, but after today, anything is possible.
Sounds to me like they're raising an army.
If so, the world will fall. And I helped dig the pit.
The Eclipse were sent to kill me because I look like another woman. Older, maybe twice my age, short hair. Who is she?
I don't know. My focus found her image once, in the ruins at Maker's End. Maybe you can find her there.
You found her image in the ruins? How?
There was a door. Beside it, a kind of ancient device that contained the woman's image. My focus recorded the location. You do look like her. Is she your mother?
I'm the one asking questions. I've heard enough. It's time to finish this.
I won't beg for my life. But if there's any mercy in you, free my family. Please.
Where would I find them?
My focus recorded the location. There are always guards there. You look like you can handle yourself.
It will take many good deeds to make up for the crimes you've committed.
You're sparing me? After all I've done?
Yes. Forge a new life, Olin. One of better make.
Then the rest of my life will be lived in your debt.
Go to the place where your family is being held and wait for me. We'll make their lives the first ones you save.
I didn't earn this mercy, but I will die to make myself worthy of it. I will be waiting for you.
Oof. So, a lot to digest there. You guys can obviously play the video back as many times as you want. Watch that, take in everything that was said. I spared him because Aloy is not... I don't believe Aloy's a wanton murderer. I don't believe that she would kill without a reason. I don't believe that she would condone standing in judgment when she knows that there are bigger things in the world and a much bigger connection between human life. All lives matter to her. She saved the tribe's braves, or potential braves, or as many of them as she could at the Proven. Time and again she's done things to help people, and she's not the first one to reach for her bow unless she's threatened. I guess what I'm trying to say is she's not some daft action hero from an 80s movie or your typical shooter video game. She has a conscience. She wants to kill the killers, of that I've no doubt, but she never saw Olin lift a bow against them. Olin didn't kill them, and the only reason he was helping was because his family was held hostage. So I've went for the option that I think is the greater good. We're going to head for this campfire up here, and then we shall end this episode and you guys can digest it in your own time. I hope you're having fun. I'm enjoying it. It's absolutely tremendous. Next we will be going on to probably the Fields of the Fallen. I think is the best one to go on to and do Erin's quest just now, because the next one will take me much further north. I'm going to record the next episode straight after this one, so you will get back to back 2 videos of the main story, and then I will be side questing to try and get some better gear and some shards and stuff. So look forward to that. I look forward to seeing you in the next part. I'm having fun being a guide through the story. I had a comment from a lovely viewer. He took the time out, or she took the time out, they took the time out to just let me know that they tried playing Horizon Zero Dawn on the PC before it was messed up with a patch. I don't know anything about that. My experience with the game has been quite clean. I've been quite lucky. But basically the back and forward was that they'd enjoyed the game, but they felt it was kind of washed out, so they've never really seen the end of the story or anything like that. And I'm quite happy for people who have, you know, that's been their experience. Maybe they haven't enjoyed playing it, but it might be exciting for them to watch. I'm trying to do that for you guys. So yeah, if you enjoy this journey as well, like the videos and comment if you want to let me know what your experience has been. Like I say, I've already had one user say that it wasn't their cup of tea on the PC, and I can totally understand that. I appreciate them taking the time to share that. If you haven't been able to play it or finish it, if it's just not been your cup of tea but you want to know how the story goes, feel free to watch my videos. Leave a comment, let me know where you got to, let me know how you're enjoying it so far, and subscribe. That would be really helpful, help the channel grow. Thanks for your time today, guys. As always, take care of each other, be kind to each other, and I will see you in the next part. Bye for now.